Hey everybody, welcome back to my budgeting videos. This video is going to be for the paycheck that I received today, January the 28th, or at least it will be today for like 24 more minutes as of filming. I did some stuff though that I just want to catch you up on. Over here on the calendar, I don't know if you'll remember, but I put down that my cell phone was due on the 15th, but it was a guess because I hadn't received a date yet for when it was due. I finally received one and it's due on the 31st, so I've done a nice little squiggly line just to remind me if I ever look back when the actual bill was. I don't know why I need to actually track that. I mean, I don't, but I like to. It makes me feel better. And actually that's also the date of my student loan payment is due, but as you know, I'm making additional payments on that, so I'm not so worried about not making that one. Speaking of additional payments, since last video, I have made an additional payment to my student loan of $155.87. Yay! I'm very happy. When I went away for Christmas, the airline lost my luggage and I didn't have my stuff for like a couple days. So, I had to go out and buy things. And then I got my luggage back and I did all the paperwork and everything to request that they reimburse me for the expenses that I incurred because they lost my luggage. And they did, which was great. So I had requested, I only ever wanted back like how much I had spent on buying things, and I did manage to return some stuff. So I requested $155.87 worth of refund, and that is exactly what they gave me. Air Canada's kind of great like that. There's a waiting time period for sure, but whatever. So I got the money. The e-transferred it to me on the 18th, and then I immediately took the money and put it as a payment onto my student loan because that is like the driving force. It's my main goal for this year. My main goal is to pay off the student loan before April of 2023 when the interest kicks back in. So any extra money that I come across, like I just stumble across money, but you know what I mean. I want, if at all possible, to put it as an extra payment on the student loan. Now, since when I did the purchasing for the items that I needed to replace when I was away, I did it with my debit card, not my Visa. I didn't feel obligated to put this money back onto my Visa as a payment because I'd already spent the money. So really, if I just wanted to pay it back in the way that I had initially lost it, I would have just put it into my bank account. But this way it's actually doing something more important, which is great. I've decided on the calendar to not put in on the actual square for the payday, like how much I'm getting paid for payday, because there's not that much space in there. So that's really just a visual for me. It does not affect you guys at all. Over on this side, I realized on the monthly budget page, there's nowhere on here for my phone. So I added it under home. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? I suppose it could have gone under personal. I don't know, but I'm sticking it in home. I think it's going to be fine. I haven't filled, except for adding that in, I haven't filled in anything on this page yet. I'll go into it afterwards. I'm trying different markers. I was using the cute little cat ones before and I still like them. They're adorable, but I never see them and they're supposed to be getting used as tabs. So I have this little magnetic, what's it called? A magnetic bookmark. I've got a set of 3. I got given them as a gift. I thought I'd give it a try. I've also already filled in my expense tracker. So it's starting from here, January 21st. So from the 21st down to the 28th, these are my purchases. The purple ones are my Visa purchases, and then this is on my debit. I have way too many things in the fun category. Way too many, and they're all expensive. Well, okay, not all of them. Some of them are like 10 bucks, but it all adds up. And I've got to rein that in. I absolutely have to. It does not help that I was out for dinner with a friend tonight and we were talking about furniture and we're both sort of in like this mood to kind of work on our places a little bit, and she had me half convinced that I should go online and start buying a new desk. Like I was seriously going to come home from dinner and start shopping for a new desk. I can't afford a new desk. What am I saying? Look at all of this money. And if you think about all those things that I bought that were fun, if I hadn't bought them, how much of an extra payment that could have been on my debt? Like, it's insane. Like, I'm not unhappy with any of the stuff I bought. It's just when I'm sitting and having a practical moment, I'm like, I really shouldn't have done it. But it's done. So, there's that. Normally, remember I was saying I was going to use these expense tracker sheets to like work out the math for my budget. But the month is not over. It's only the 28th. I still have grocery shopping to do and gas to purchase, and who knows what else I will get up to before the 31st of this month. And there's only 2 lines left on this page, which means I'm gonna have to use this page potentially for things that I purchased. Yeah, and I can't use it. So I'm going to use the space left over here. It's not a lot. It's probably going to end up sort of like writing down here and then like going up and creating another column, which is going to drive me batty, but it is what it is. So all of that intro just to get started on the math. Okay, let's go. What color? Let's go purple. I like purple. I hate dot grids. Okay. So January. Paycheck. Okay, everything's in frame, I think. Good. My balance starting with $1,701.95. I'm assuming you can see that. I can't tell on the screen. So we're just gonna keep going. So minus $392.50 for half of rent. I'm actually ahead of the game because this month was a 3 paycheck month. And instead of, I used to on a 3 paycheck month, instead of pulling out half of rent each time, I would pull out a third because why not? But I didn't. This time I still pulled out the same amount even though I was getting an additional paycheck for the month. So now I'm ahead, which is always nice. I always feel better when I have a little bit just tucked away in case something happens, because maybe I have a month where I just don't have the money to pull the whole amount aside. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. Or maybe I decide to use it to go towards a bill or something. I don't know, we'll see. $51 for my student loan. And I need to talk about that, but farther down, because there's more to come for that one. Sinking funds. Now most of them are still fully funded. These are just the 3 sinking funds that I will always be adding into no matter what. They can never have too much. There's an emergency fund, a travel fund, and like a presents/dragon boating fund. I don't know why I combined the two. I know it makes no sense. Speaking of dragon boating though, because of Omicron and how easily it spread and blah, 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 pandemic, yada, 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 the season may not be starting on time. Normally we start training in February, but maybe not this time. So, you know, great. At least I'll be cozy inside. That should count for something, I suppose. Then 120 for food and other. Normally I do my grocery shopping before I've done the budget, and then I don't have to calculate out for the 2 weeks, but not this time. I'm kind of behind this weekend with getting my stuff done. I'm gonna be trying to, like, you know, eat healthier, have a better lifestyle. Not a better lifestyle, but just a healthier lifestyle. There's a family wedding I'm hoping to get to go to in October. It's in England though, so it's very dependent on travel rules and costs and things like that. But I do very much want to go, but not looking the way that I currently look. I never get to see these relatives, right? I haven't seen them since before the pandemic, and I don't want to go there looking like the potato that I have become because, you know, emotionally eating my way through a world disaster. So I gotta take care of things. Which actually I was going to join a gym today. The whole plan. So not last week, but the week prior, I was super sick. Missed the entire, I was gonna say the entire week of work. It's not true. I worked 1 day and then I was just sick. Don't worry, it wasn't COVID. Haven't had it yet. That's still potentially in my future. Woohoo! But sorry, the pandemic gets me sarcastic. But yeah, I was really sick and missed a bunch of work. Thank goodness for vacation, or not vacation days, sick days. But then when I got better, I was still kind of weak and didn't have a lot of energy. So this past week, it was really just kind of, if I managed to get through the workday without desperately needing a nap and getting home and managing to stay awake until a normal bedtime. I just counted the day as a win. And then as the days progressed, I started getting stronger and stronger again. So now I'm pretty much back to normal. And I had thought that on the Friday, which is today, it's my day off, I would go and check out the gym that's close to me. It's like half the price of my other gym. And I don't know, I like working out when I'm in shape. I hate actually getting to being in shape, but I remember how happy I was when I was in shape pre-pandemic. And I don't know how else to get in shape without a gym membership. I'm not that person that can do it by working out in my living room. I'm just not. I have equipment, it doesn't matter. So I figured I'd go and take a look at it, see what I think about them, if I think that they're being really safe with their COVID precautions and stuff like that, and if it was a good option for me. And I didn't go. So I had a cozy day at home before I went and I met a friend for dinner, which I suppose kind of goes to show my motivation. But the other half of the coin is that I'm also gonna kickstart, eating healthy. Oh, it's just depressing to think about. I'm gonna miss the cookies. But that does mean that I have to actually meal plan and figure out what I'm gonna do and what ingredients I need, because I can't just be all, yeah, sure, I guess I'm kind of hungry, I'll make some macaroni and cheese. Now I have to be like, I need a protein and a veg and a small amount of a starch and, balance. So, that's happening. It has nothing to do with budgeting. I don't know how I got on that tangent. I don't know. I did think about trying to do videos, sort of what I'm eating or how I'm losing weight, or, like those kind of videos, but I'm not like some kind of fitness guru. I just kind of like do my own thing, and maybe that's like not entertaining for people. So we'll just keep going. My cell phone bill, $72.80. Oh, while I was off on that tangent, I wrote in the money I'm taking out for gas savings challenge and my investing into my investment account, because I'm still going to try to do that. $25 a paycheck, see how it affects things. And then, my student loan. Okay, so up here I did a $51 payment to my student loan, which is the amount that I do every paycheck no matter what, because that means that I've doubled roughly how much my minimum payment is that they require per month. So I did the math. My student loan, as of when I did the math, was sitting at a balance of $3,563.74. It is my last student loan. I've paid off so many of these things. Oh, I cannot wait. Interest starts back up on my student loan April of 2023. So I need to have it paid off by March of 2023. I did the math. Now, it's a little bit off. I calculated it as having 26 paychecks in between now and then. And I say it's a little bit off because there's going to be at least 1 or 2 more months in there where I have 3 paychecks in the month. But I didn't actually go through a calendar and count how many paychecks. I just took how many months and said 2 paychecks per month and did the math that way. And that means that I need to make a payment of $137.07 every paycheck onto my student loan to have it paid off in time. So that's what this next line is going to be, and I'm going to do it every paycheck. It's going to be like top priority. I don't know sunscreen. There we go. Student loan. Now I know that because I've calculated it out that I need to make, oh, that's not right. I need to make $137.07 of a payment every paycheck to have it paid off in time. I don't really also need to be doing the $51 that I was doing already, because that means it's even extra. But I'm gonna try my best to continue doing that $51 as like a separate payment, and then the actual amount that I calculated out. Because that way it'll get paid off faster, obviously. And it just, actually really that's kind of it. Like, I'm just so used to making that 51 that when I first started doing the budget after I calculated out the 137, I had already thought like, oh yeah, I'm doing the $51 and then something on top of that. And then I realized that if I keep making the $51 payment and just sort of don't add it into my calculations for making sure that the student loan is paid off by, what did I say, April of 2023, then at some point those $51, because that is now considered like the extra payment, not this 137.07. The 137.07 is now like my minimum payment that I'm making, and then the 51 that I'll do every paycheck is just like a little added bonus. And that little added bonus is going to eventually add up, right? Because it's $102 extra every month, or at least every month where I have 2 paychecks. So that'll cut down, it should cut down, how quickly I pay off the student loan by like a considerable amount. Should it not? I can't do the math to actually figure out how much it'll cut it down by, and I'm not trying to do the math to figure it out. I kind of want to be a little bit of a surprise. So at some point when I check my balance on my student loan, I'll be like, oh my God, it's so much lower than what I thought it was gonna be. And it'll just seem painless because I'm so used to making that payment that it's just kind of a thing. And if things do get really tight and I have a paycheck where I need to cut something because, I don't know, I'm out of sick days now, so maybe if I get sick with COVID and then I'm just off and I'm not getting a paycheck, then I'll have to do like some emergency budgeting. So then it'll give me like a little $51 that I could say, okay, I'm gonna like stop using that and I can put that towards like other stuff. Any of this making sense? Like, it makes sense in my head, but I always wonder when I start to say it out loud if I'm just wrong, but whatever. Okay, so I've run out of space, so this is gonna be so messy. I'm not gonna be able to do this in like a tidy way. So we're gonna make it a wobbly line as if it's on purpose. Okay, so 480.58 cents is what we're left with so far. I've got rent, student loan, sinking funds, food, gas, saving challenge, investing, cell phone, student loan. I don't have my parents' housekeeping. I don't think I have any other like bills that I've missed there. So I'm gonna do my line of credit. I moved my balance from my Visa over to my line of credit because the difference in the amount of interest that the two get charged is ridiculous. And even though I told myself I wasn't gonna pay off my Visa with my line of credit again because it's just, I'm doing it too much, the difference in interest is ridiculous. So I've done it yet again. I've just added it over to the line of credit. So I'm gonna put a $300 payment onto the line of credit, which leaves me with a buffer of $180.58, which is great. So, you know, maybe if I can get all my crazy stupid spending under control, I can have the majority of that buffer still there by next paycheck and then utilize it towards an extra payment on like the line of credit or the student loan, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna pause this while I go and fill in some of the other pages, and then I'll just show you them when they're done because I've been recording a long time because I talk too much. Be back in a minute. Okay, so I have added in on here the date that I paid the bills, like which ones I paid. Added it on here, the savings contributions that I did, as well as down here the credit and loan information. These ones are new over here. You already saw that. Nothing changed there. Then over here is the savings tracker. One second. Yeah, so I've added in all the stuff into the savings tracker. Sorry, I'm going fast. The cat's like super mad I'm not cuddling. And you know, priorities, because a cat who's mad will get revenge. The student loan, I got in the payments there, the line of credit, the payment over there, ticked off my little boxes over here. My parents ended up not getting their housekeeping this month because my dad wasn't feeling very well. It's not COVID, but they told her not to come because of that. And yeah, everything in here has now been updated. The only thing left for me to do is go and color in my savings challenge page, which looks like this. I haven't actually colored in the dots from last time because I didn't have my felts with me, so I'll do all 4 of them today. And that is it. We are all done for this particular budget. Woohoo! Yay! Have a great day, you guys. Thank you for sticking through with this video. I know I keep making them long. I have to figure out how to shut myself up so that they're shorter. I hope you guys are doing really well with your budget. You're just, you know, with things in general. Stay safe out there. I will talk to you was going to say in 2 weeks, but it'll actually be sooner because I'll probably put a video up for setting up for next month and getting everything sort of filled in and prepped and ready. So something to look forward to, I suppose. Talk to you later. Be safe. Bye.